It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. And even 40 yards. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
11 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's into the clear. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
It's Mixon on the counter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's got Rome. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Bengals.
Locke working out of the gun. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun again to Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Locke to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it's 4th down.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Bengals 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have a good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down. Lock. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Bengals.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they try the right side here. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 8. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The City Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The 23-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40.
The third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
17 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And now he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Harrison Butker on.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Mahomes. Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Bengals 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And a Bengal first down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got this down to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20, And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they got to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
It's taken at the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mahomes is going to run it on the option. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get two closer here on the fake extra point. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
The Chiefs will settle.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Today's final